The bit you probably all want to know about, right? How do I turn my followers from TikTok into an email list or something else? Well, first thing I'd say is that maybe an email list is a little dated now. Yes, email marketing does work, does get some results, and you then do own that list. If TikTok went away tomorrow, at least you'd have some way to get in touch with the followers you've built. But there are other places to get people to sign up to that you can own as well that fit the TikTok platform and culture a lot better. First is SMS or WhatsApp groups. The second is chatbots. Now, I'm not going to go into which is better and why you'd be using it or how you should be using it. That's a whole other course. But one thing they all have in common is that getting people to them is pretty much the same deal, especially from TikTok. There are two main routes you can take with this. First is driving traffic to your YouTube or Instagram, where you might hold a competition or have specific downloads that you can then get their details from. The second is to use a profile URL as a landing page specifically for TikTok users, then drive them to that. So either way, you get a similar formula. You want to take them from the For You page to your profile and then do something from that. As mentioned earlier, you could do the part strategy. So you can have your videos in parts, which entices them to go to your profile and then hopefully check out more and click on all of your links. The other option, which works really well for YouTube and podcasts, is to show clips, interesting clips from the podcast or video, and drive them to those channels to find out more. That's where they can get the landing pages for specific content and campaigns. The way you have to see TikTok, though, is that the people on there are mainly at the very tippy top of the awareness iceberg, meaning they aren't ready to buy, but they mostly aren't ready to even be in your sales process yet. But TikTok is amazing for building a brand. One of the best places right now because of the reach and the engagement you can get on your content, and even the ease of making this content. Like I said, it's not a YouTube video. It's not a 10-minute long, in-depth video. It's a 15-second long, short, quick, easy piece that you can just copy a trend on and get a lot of traction. The problem right now with TikTok and driving people to your email or SMS list is that the messaging system is pretty much garbage. It's one of the reasons it is great because of its restrictions, but basically at the moment you can't message anyone who isn't a mutual follower. And it is a nice system, but the issue is that you'll really struggle to message your followers, which is one of the best ways I found on Instagram to drive traffic. A personal message is much nicer than a, hey, download this thing from a link in my bio. When you have a couple of hundred, it's fine, you can manage that. But with the growth we want and the growth we're looking for, when you start getting into the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers, you can't go back and follow every single one of these just to be able to message them. And it means they can't reach out to you. Your followers can't reach to you and say, I love your content, I love what you're doing, I have a question or I have something else. So it isn't scalable at all. I'm a big fan of doing stuff that isn't scalable, but there is a limit on time. You only have so much time to follow them and message, etc. So that option for me right now on TikTok is out, which is why I try and drive people to Instagram, or drive people to YouTube, or drive people to an email list and say, look, if you want to get in touch, find me on my Instagram. Get into my DMs on Instagram.